Hey y'all, welcome back to Mandy's Music Monday. It's been a long time, I know, and I'm sorry. So, let's just get on with it. I'm going to talk about today. I didn't plan none of this out actually. I didn't think about any of this. Um, Today I wanted to talk about cassettes that I had as a child. Because I was talking about on Facebook how I bought this cassette. I bought this. This is actually what I bought. I got it at Goodwill. It's X-Files. Antibodies. It's a book on tape is what it is, but I don't have a tape player, so I can't play it. So then one of my friends was like, "Oh, maybe using my new cassette tapes," and I'm like, "I could totally do that, even though that was like a month ago." Oopsie. Um, One shitty thing that I did is I totally redid my room like a year or two ago, and I had all my tapes in like this little, it was specifically for tapes. You pulled it out and it like, they were in little categories or whatever, and it had little slots to put them in. Well, I'm like, I don't have a tape player. I don't listen to them no more. And all this music I pretty much have on CDs or on the computer or something anyway. So I'm going to pack them up. Well, I packed them up and I don't know what the hell I did with them. I have no idea what I did with these things. I'm thinking that they are in the shed. And if they're in the shed, I know that I've packed them up really nice because I'm really anal about music and things. So I know they're packed up nicely. I just can't remember where they're at, and I don't even remember what tote I put them in, but I'm pretty positive they're in the shed outside. And it's cold, and I'm not going out there and getting them. Um, so what I did was I made a list, or just like from memory, of ones that I can remember listening to a lot. So let's get started. Number one, the very first tape I ever got in my entirest of life was Amy Grant, Heart in Motion. And I looked it up on Wikipedia. I looked up what years these came out so I know how old I was. I got it for getting straight A's on my report card. And in 91, I was 9. I was 8 or 9 in 91. And my mom told me, you get good grades, I'll give you Amy Grant. Because this was when that song Baby Baby came out. I didn't really like that song, but apparently my mom liked it because that's what she said she would get from me, and I really never had it that often. But when I got older, I listened to it more. Like when I was maybe like in 5th grade, I think I ended up with the tape, and by then I had my own tape player in my room, and I remember listening to it a lot then. But I got it for getting good grades, like way early on, and it's got Baby Baby on it. Um, there's a song, I think it's called Galileo. I always remember it. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Yeah, I always remember that part. And then there's a sad song on there. I will remember you, or will you remember me, or will you remember me? I think is Roseanne Cash. I think it's I will remember you. I'll put links from down at the bottom. Um, Somebody asked me one time, why don't I put the music in the video, and it's because I don't know how to. Sorry. Um, okay, and then this number 2. Okay, I got this because it was for my birthday, and my dad got me a tape player, like the little boom box. It's got a handle. And I remember I set it on like a really high shelf because I'm like, it's going to get more sound up there. Even as a child, I'm like, you know, plotting all this stuff. I'm like, if I sit it up high, it's going to be really loud and it's going to be awesome. So it was like up high on the shelf. So I'd have to stand on my bed to like change tapes and rewind it and stuff like that. So, I mean, this was like a really badass boombox with this cassette player on it, and that was all it had on it, but it was totally awesome. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. The tape he got me for it was Vanilla Ice, and it had Ice Ice Baby on it, and that's the only album I know that he ever came out with. I mean, when I looked it up on Wikipedia, there's more than just that one. And it came out in 91 too. So I turned 9 at the end of 91. So anyway, he got me this tape, and the only song I listened to on it was Ice Ice Baby, because when I had these tapes, I wasn't a girl who liked to rewind that long. So I just had the one song that I listened to, and I would rewind it, and that's what I listened to over and over and over again. I've always been like that. I love the repeat button now. But anyway, I only ever listened to Ice Ice Baby. I never listened to anything else. Well, one day he decided he was going to take my tape and listen to it in the car. Well, he listened to it in the car, and then he came home, and I asked it for him. I asked if I could have it back or whatever. And he's like, no. He's like, you don't need that tape. He's like, you don't need to be listening to that. And I'm like, but that's my tape and you got it for me for my birthday. And he wouldn't give it back to me. And what he did was he recorded it. He recorded just Ice Ice Baby for me onto another cassette and he gave it to me and that was all I had. And he gave it to my cousin Josh. Okay, so my cousin Josh ended up with Ice Ice Baby. And then Josh, he gave it to like a little neighbor girl. He gave the tape to her because he, I guess, really wasn't, I like that song. He really wasn't into Ice, you know, Vanilla Ice. So he gave it to her. And when he gave it to her, I freaking cried like a baby because at least when Josh had, he was my cousin. You know, Ice Ice Baby was still in the family, you know. But then he gave it to that girl, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried. And he's like, I'm so sorry, but he's like, she didn't have it, and I didn't listen to it, so I just gave it to her. And I'm like, that was mine, and my dad gave it to me for my birthday. But basically, my dad said he was talking about stuff on there that I didn't need to be listening to, and he was bad, and he said bad words, and so he took it away from me. And to this day, like me and my dad even talked about it. I'm like, you remember that time you took my Ice Ice Baby away? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you didn't need to listen to that. But the thing is, it's like, he's like, well, why haven't you listened to it since then? He's like, you're old enough. You can listen to it now if you wanted to. Because I told him, I'm like, I'm curious as to what was on there that I couldn't listen to. And he's like, well, I really don't remember. That was a long time ago. And he's like, well, you're old enough. You can listen to it now. And it's like, no, I can't. Because every time I listen to Ice Ice Baby, I feel like I'm doing something wrong anyway. Because in the back of my mind, my dad is like, Ice Ice Baby and Vanilla Ice, he's the devil. He's the devil. Not that my dad said he's the devil, because we're not really a religious family or anything. But, you know, in my mind, Vanilla Ice is bad and I shouldn't listen to him. So to this day, I mean, even if I got the album and I tried to listen to it myself, in the back of my mind, I'm going to be thinking, I'm about to get grounded. My dad's about to ground me because I'm listening to Vanilla Ice. So, yeah, that was my Vanilla Ice story. Number 3 is Wilson Phillips, and they had that song. This one came out in 90, and it was Hold On. I think they've only got 2 or 3 albums anyway. But I had the little portable cassette player, and me and the neighbor girl who my cousin gave Vanilla Ice to, we would go outside and we would play, and we would put on concerts on the front porch. And so we would pretend, now this is how I played when I was little. We would pretend that we were in a band, and like we each had a baby doll. You know, we had our babies outside, and we were famous, and we were rich, and we were rock stars. And like these bad people would come and like kidnap our babies. But then we still had to go on with the show, even though our babies were gone. So we still had to go on stage and sing. And so I'd go on stage and I would sing Hold On. But I was so overcome with the loss of my baby that I would be singing Hold On, and I would have to run off the stage and cry. And then she would go on and she would have to sing her song, and she would like run off the stage and cry. But you know what her song was? Her song was Can't Touch This by MC Hammer, because that was the only tape she had. And she always wanted to use Hold On. And I'm like, no, that's my tape. If you want Hold On, you need to go buy your own Wilson Phillips tape. That's how we played. Number 4 was Roxette. And that song was, the song on that one was Fading Like a Flower. I did not write down the name of that album. I didn't write down the name of Wilson Phillips yet. But anyway, that one came out in 91 too. Apparently all my cassettes I got like the same year pretty much. And that one was Fading Like a Flower. And I used to like close my door and, you know, like I had like my mic and everything. And I would freaking lip sync the hell out of that song. And then number 5 is Warrant. And that was the album that had Cherry Pie on there. But I never listened to Cherry Pie. I always listened to Uncle Tom's Cabin. And me and Tiffany had a dance that we did to it. And it was super cool. And it was totally awesomely choreographed by yours truly. It was so super cool. Some of it I can still remember. It was awesome. Yeah. It's embarrassing even in my mind, y'all. That dance is embarrassing even in my mind. And then as I got older, I was buying singles, the cassette singles. The 2 that I can remember that I listened to all the time, it was TLC Digging on You, and it was Coolio, See You When You Get There, from that movie. Oh, I love that song, See You When You Get There. I need to freaking get that song. I don't think I have it anymore. Now these tapes, I have a couple of tapes because they were mine, and I let my grandpa borrow them. And then when he passed away, my granny gave me all his stuff. So all his stuff I still have in the house. I'm not packing that away. So these 2 were mine. And I don't know how he ended up with them, but he ended up with them. And this one is Tim McGraw. What is it? Can't Really Be Gone. That's that one. And the other song on it is That's Just Me, and I don't know what it is. But I don't know why I have this single, because I have this CD. I don't know why. And then the other one is Faith Hill, It Matters to Me. And this tape I remember listening to a lot, and it's Keith Whitley. And it's got I'm No Stranger to the Rain and Don't Close Your Eyes, Miami, Miami. I think those are the only ones I listened to. Yeah. See, look how old it is. Like, it's not even white. It's like cream colored. And this is from 90 too. And then this last one, I bought this one, or I'm pretty sure my dad bought it for me. It was a brand new tape when I bought it, but I don't have the case anymore. But I bought it from the flea market for like $5, and I played the hell out of this. And it's just in like a regular tape case because I don't know what happened. Seriously, I can remember losing this case like a week after I got it, and I was so mad. I was so mad that I lost it. And this is Alan Jackson. It's the greatest hits. So it's got, like, the ones that I really listened to was Gone Country, Tall, Tall Trees, and Chattahoochee. And that's about it. Those are about my favorite ones. And Midnight in Montgomery. Those are the ones. But I bought this tape for Tall, Tall Trees because when this came out, Tall, Tall Trees was like the popular one. And this is from 95. So, yeah, that's all my tapes. I wish I had more to show you because I know I had Skid Row, the one that has it's got 18 in Life to Go. And what's the one that's really popular? What's Remember Yesterday? I remember you. That's what that one is. And what else? I know I've got more. That's all I can remember. They're all packed up. So yeah, and that makes me sad. It seems like I had the MC Hammer one too, Too Legit. I'm pretty sure I had Too Legit. Yeah, I wish I could show them to you because I actually want to dig through them too. So, yeah. What were y'all's first tapes? I mean, if you're old enough to remember getting cassette tapes, let me know because I love it.